My 6th week of options trading on Webull mobile platform. I quickly got in and out of NEO. From the charts, it looks as if NEO will continue to explode up. The green 13 EMA is above both my yellow 48 EMA and the red 200 EMA. The MACD is above my signal line and stochastic RSI is going up, but it is overbought. Maybe this wasn't a good buy, but the graphs show otherwise. Anyhow, after tracking NEO for a while, I wasn't too confident in this pick, so I sold them all at market prices for $50 each. I lost $20 from this deal as NEO fizzled downward. Know when to pull out from a play when you're not comfortable or confident. Being patient with an Apple call. I was through this Apple about a week ago where it dips beneath my strike price. This time my strike price is $167.50. I bought 2 contracts at $192 each, or $384 total. As Apple continues to dip in price, all I could do is keep this contract overnight. A lesson I learned is it pays to be patient with Apple. It went beneath $166 and more as time passed, but I am not alarmed. I have been through the rodeo with Apple before, so I am going to keep this for the next coming days in the hope that Apple will make a recovery like last week. How I made a $67 mistake on a SPY's call? I'm familiar with SPY, so when it dipped beneath my strike price of $414, I managed to scoop one up for $67. It was a bargain, I thought. At one time, I was so confident with SPY making a comeback that I set a limit price at $1.07. SPY continued to fall, and I found out later that I can't keep this contract as I bought a 1-day time frame with SPY. I didn't know this because SPY went well above $414 in after hours. Make sure you buy the right contract and time frame, especially with SPY and QQQ. How am I red from all my option plays? Looks like all my options are tanking today. Let's first look at Apple. I bought 2 contracts for Apple at the strike price of $167.50. Apple is trending below that. Next, it's good to see that JD continues to trend downward. I like that. Lastly, let's take a look at SPY. SPY isn't looking too good right now at $412.90 something cents. I hope it goes back up. Yes, I'm holding on to these contracts long.
Fatality!
A quick look at the market and my contracts. It looks like a lot of companies are red, meaning people are taking profits or selling off. Let's first look at Apple. It is standing around $164.40-ish. A modest comeback from Apple. Next, let's look at JD, and it's also going down, so I'm happy about that play. Both of my contracts are still red, but I wasn't badly down as I was before. They made some gains overnight. Having that theme song by Tupac Shakur, "Keep Yo Head Up," motivated to keep on going. Let's have a great Tuesday! Blazing up by Apple. I was happy to see that Apple was coming up again. I seriously thought it was going to hit past my strike price of $167.50, but I safeguarded myself by setting up a take profit stop loss. I set up my take profit at $4 and stop loss at $1.02. I gave it some wiggle room at my bottom price. Eventually, Webull sold my 2 contracts at my stop limit price. I made back $202, losing a total of $192 from this deal, or 47.39%. I was happy to recoup some of my losses and said wait next time when Apple cool off at the bottom. I bought these contracts at the top, so I got burned. Lesson learned. How to buy an option contract on Webull? From your tabs above, click on Options next to Chart. Next, instead of having both, on your bottom right corner, select Calls or Puts. In my case, I select Puts. I bought an extra put at the strike price of $55 for August 19, 2022. This contract cost me $110, and it'll help me to average down from my main contract of $160. My new base price is $135 for 2 contracts. Tips: when you get a new option contract, try to buy it close to the price of the stock. This assumes your contract reached success a lot sooner, and if it goes the opposite direction, sell at market price so you won't accrue a huge loss. Buy calls if you think the stock will go up, and puts if you think the stock will go down. buying VVV and OGN calls from my alert. I bought VVV for $65 at the strike price of $30 and expired September 16th. That's more than a month away to get $1 and some change for 30. The other call I got was on OGN for the strike of $35 in which I bought it for $30. These are the two new contracts that I'll be holding on until September 16th when they both expire. I get these alerts from my Discord. I hope to remain patient until then or I will sell them if they tanked. Looking forward to making some profits. I'm happy to finally sell off JD for a loss. I was happy to see JD continue to trend downward, that means I'm gaining some profits back. I set up my take profit stop loss for extra security. My limit price was at 2 and my stop price was at 1.15. I modified this later to be 1.18. I wasn't too far to my break-even price of 1.35. Eventually Webull sold off my 2 contracts of JD when it touched my stop limit price. Final sale for each contract was $113 or $226 in total. I came back from JD losing $44 from the deal or 16.29%. I couldn't hold on to JD any longer and see a losing asset, but I'm happy that it tanked and I was making some money back. I'm proud to sell off JD at a loss. Being patient pays. I bought a call on Apple earlier this week at the strike price of $167.50. I should keep my contract for an extra day aside from selling them at a loss for $192. I would have been in the green money profit taking zone. Another play I was involved in was JD. Today, it was in the $55 or $56 and below. If I was patient for one extra day, then I'll be in the green money profit taking zone. I believe that you must have more conviction and confidence in your plays. They might make a comeback and make up lost profits before their expiration dates. Keep them longer and you might be surprised. Be patient with your plays. How to buy more option contracts and averaging down? At first, I bought 4 more option contracts of OGN at $30 a piece, totaling $120. Now I have 5 contracts of OGN at the strike price of $35 due September 16, 2022. My new total cost is $150. Later, I bought 4 more option contracts of OGN with the same strike price and expiration date for $25 each, and this cost me $100. My new average is $28. If OGN goes above this price, then I'll be in the green money profit taking zone. My cash balance is low at $6.33, so I'm banking that OGN does well. How to set up your take profit stop order and modify them? First, choose the option contract you want to sell. In my case it's VVV. On the bottom left corner, sell to close. Next, select take profit stop loss. My limit price is usually double from the amount I paid the option for, but make sure this ceiling amount that you're comfortable with, and your option play have some safe cushion at the top. Next, set up your stop limit price. This is a price that you're comfortable to let go of your contract. Webull will try to sell your contract around this price. You can choose time to enforce for today or good till cancelled. Lastly, place your order. You can modify your order by going to the center Webull button down below, choose the tabs orders from up above, then choose on the contract where you want to make the changes. Once you're done, place order and Webull will update your changes. Tip: I modify my stop price higher as my contract gets higher. How to cancel an option order on Webull? I initially placed an order on Webull for OGN. I press sell to close on the bottom right corner. Order type: limit at 0.25, then I hit sell. Later, I realized I want to cancel this contract once I see that I changed my mind. You can cancel your order by going to the center Webull button, choose the tabs orders up above, then choose on the contract where you want to cancel. In my case, it was OGN. Next, on the button left, select cancel order. Hit yes to cancel from the message screen. Once you're done with canceling your order, Webull will send you a cancellation message. I sold off OGN to make room for Apple. Watching OGN move was like watching paint dry, so I couldn't wait any longer for OGN to turn a profit. I liquidated 9 contracts at the average price of $22, losing $54 from this deal or 20%. I should have sold them earlier today for a profit. Anyway, all my cash was tied up on this play. I was happy to get rid of it as I bought a call for an Apple contract at the strike price of $70. I got 3 more contracts of Apple and my new average is $66. I am happier to be in Apple because I was familiar of its pattern. I am sure OGN will do well, and I hope it is profitable if you are in this play, but waiting until September to or break a profit is excruciating. I guess that I didn't have the patience and got out. Apple came back, but I didn't sell all my contracts. I was happy to see that Apple went above my strike price of $170. I initially set up my take profit stop loss contracts for all 4 contracts, but I got wiser this week and modified Webull to sell 2 and keep the other 2 in case Apple continued to run up. Eventually, Webull sold 2 of my Apple contracts when Apple hit my stop limit. The average price of each contract was $121 or $242 total, or I made a whooping 83.33% from this deal. Plus, I saved 2 extra contracts if Apple continues to run up. This strategy gives me some cash reserves and I don't liquidate all my contracts of Apple. It gives me flexibility with my plays. Should I buy a call on SPY? SPY looks like it was going to hit 424 soon. This option would cost me $73, but I didn't buy. I had to follow my own advice and end the day with a win, even though I had enough for this option contract. Before today's end and the markets closed at 1 p.m. here in the Pacific Coast, I witnessed SPY hit $427. It certainly made me rethink about my decision. Here are some look at some popular other plays like QQQ and AMC. Do you think QQQ will head above $329? What do you think about AMC? Was it above or below this price at the closing of the market? QQQ closed at $330.39 and AMC was $24.44. How to set up your limit order then modify it? For this example, I'm using Apple, but for any of your stock or option contracts will apply. First select your stock, in my case it is Apple. Your button left corner, click sell to close. Then hit it again. Your order type is default to limit. Next set your limit price. Mine was 1.35. Next, I had 1 contract and time in force was for today only. Finally, I hit sell. This is the price I confirm to sell if it hits my limit price. What if I later want to make changes to this price? You can modify your order by going to the center Webull button down below, choose the orders tabs from up above, then choose on the contract where you want to make the changes. Select modify order from the center below. Set your new limit price and once you're done, hit sell again. Lastly, confirm your new order and Webull will update your changes. Final sale of Apple. Who saves my day? I'm happy that Apple went up all day and all week. It's the #1 company in the world and it has the power to influence the market. It is a safe bet to buy a call and have Apple continue to trend up. For my last contract, I was elated to set up a take profit stop loss. My stop price was 1.5 and my limit price was 1.8. As I was tracking Apple, it finally hit my stop limit price of 1.5. I made $84 from this deal or 127%. In total, I made $546.33 today from Apple. I end this week up from these Apple calls. I should stick it out with Apple and SPY calls all week long. It's great if they continue to trend upwards because they make buying call contracts easy. Thanks for this bull's market. My cash balance and some tips and strategies.
So you can test your luck.
Make money like a video game. Yes, you can. Right now, I have $546.33 and I am growing in knowledge. I am up from $475.82 at $70.51 at 14.81%.
Well done!
Here are some of my tips after 6 weeks of doing options trading. Tip number 1, sell a portion of your contracts. Instead of all of them at one time unless you want to get out. You want to do this in case your play continues to run up. Tip number 2, follow the trend because there's a certain pattern. Puts would be good earlier in the week for Apple and calls later in the week. Tip number 3, it's better to be in a few plays than many. Now, I stick with Apple, SPY, Affirm, and Neo. Be smart, trade with the chart, this will grow a big heart, that'll allows you giving to the world to start.